Welcome, everyone, to the 2022 FoodTreX Research Summit. My name is Eric Wolf, and today is Thursday, October 13, 2022, and I'm delighted to welcome you here to this year's Research Summit. For our first presentation, we have Armando Hisuan from the Philippines, the Central Philippine University, and he will be talking about Tinuom, a healing dish of Cabatuan Iloilo in the Philippines. But before he gets started, I would just like to remind all delegates to please keep your microphones off and your videos off until the Q&A time. Thank you very much. Armando, would you like to take it away?
Thank you.
We do see your presentation, Armando.
Yes. Is it moving, sir?
No, it's not moving.
Okay. Maybe I'm going to have it.
Do you have it in slideshow format? Press
Yes, sir.
that one. Yeah, there you go.
Is it moving?
Not yet. No.
Okay. However, in my computer, it's moving, sir.
It is. Okay, it's not. That's okay. Can you just advance to the second slide manually, put your cursor on it, and I'll let you know if it works. Yes, that works. So do this. Magnify it a little bit less because your stripe is in the way. Okay. All right. That should be okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Please allow me to present the Tinuom, the healing dish of Cabatuan Iloilo. So, as first world nation race to combat with unclear drug to battle this dreaded COVID-19 disease, on the other hand, most of the third world nation like Philippines rely only on making itself fit and healthy. Philippines as an archipelagic nation tend to rely on natural remedies in order to get well if ever they have ailment or encounter diseases. In far-flung areas, they tend to seek the help of albularyo or quack doctors. The traditional healing is part of Filipino culture that has been passed down through many generations and is continuously being practiced, especially in far-flung barrios and barangays in the country. From the old name Babaylan, the traditional healers now operate under various names such as albularyo, manghihilot, mangluluop, mangtatawas, and faith healers. Aside from going traditional healers, Filipino also refers to food as healing concoctions, especially in Iloilo province in the town of Cabatuan, wherein there is a unique way of healing by eating this kind of dish. According to one of the participants who had been in generations preparing this dish, the Tinuom helped them recover fast if they have flu-like disease. Tinuom is the town's history and is popularly crave soup delicacy made of native soup with spices, tomatoes, onions, ginger, and lemongrass, and wrapped in a banana leaf. The objective of the study is to identify participants who have been preparing Tinuom for decades, to identify indigenous herbs, vines, and ingredients in preparing Tinuom, and to come up with a coffee table book about Tinuom. The method is about qualitative research using narrative inquiry and having a question of how, why do you prepare Tinuom? In their own dialect, paano ka nga gadaha kang Tinuom? Then thematic analysis was used to analyze data procedures and analysis in accordance with the National Commission for the Culture and Arts Cultural Mapping Toolkit and in the presence of municipality and provincial tourism officer. Findings. First, we have found that lemongrass is one of the ingredients in making tinoom. Lemongrass is a tropical plant commonly found in Southeast Asia, which its origin can be tracked from India. Now it is being cultivated in many places, including tropical and subtropical countries. Various studies reported that consumption of these vegetables like lemongrass has been associated with a lower risk of degenerative diseases. related to oxidative stress like cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, and arteriosclerosis. Also, it has an antioxidative compound that are beneficial to human health and commonly found in fruits and vegetables are phenolic, betalains, and carotenoids. Second, the dish has also ginger. Ginger is one of the herbal plant species that is used as cooking seasoning. Because it can add a distinct flavor to food, ginger also has so many substance content that is needed for the human body, such as essential oil, singevitol, barniol, camphor, polandrin, quinidrin, gingerin, vitamin A, B1 and C, carbohydrates, resins, and organic acids. In a study published in PubMed 2017, it indicates that ginger has a potential preventive property against some chronic diseases, especially hypertension and coronary heart disease. Ginger has an ability to reduce probability of illness. Third, tomatoes. In a journal of pharmacognosy and phytochemistry, tomatoes can make people healthier and decrease the risk of conditions such as cancer, osteoporosis, and cardiovascular disease. People who ate tomatoes regularly have reduced the risk of contracting cancerous diseases such as lung, prostate, stomach, cervical, breast, oral, colorectal, esophageal, pancreatic, and many other types of cancer. Some study shows that tomatoes and garlic should be taken together at the same time to have its cancer preventive effect. Fourth, the dish has also garlic. So garlic is one of the most important boiled vegetables, which is used as a spice and flavoring agent for food. Garlic adds to taste of food as well as it helps to make them digestible. Garlic contains different useful minerals, vitamins, and many other substances used for health of human being. It is rich in sugar, protein, fat, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, sulfur, iodine, fiber, silicon, and in addition to vitamins, it possesses the high nutritive value. Further, garlic has pharmaceutical effect and used to cure a vast condition including blood pressures, cholesterol, cancer, hepatoprotective, antihelmintics, and anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antifungal, and wound healing, asthma, arthritis, sciatica, lumbago, backache, bronchitis, chronic fever, tuberculosis, rhinitis, and among others. Five, the dish has also chili. Chili peppers, one of the oldest domesticated and utilized crop, are bestowed with a wide range of natural bioactive phytochemicals, making the plant a very valuable spice with a beneficial aspect. Chili peppers possess a variety of health-promoting functional attributes such as antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer activities, pain relief properties, cardiovascular, and gastrointestinal benefit, the anti-diabetic and anti-obesity effect, and antimicrobial and antifungal activities. Six, the dish has also onions. So onions has been valued as a food in a medicinal plant since ancient times. It is widely cultivated, second only to tomato, and is vegetable bulb crop known for its most cultured and consumed worldwide. Flavanol glucosides was extracted from red onion skins, and multifunctional properties were determined to develop alternative strategy for the therapeutic benefications and utilizations as functional food. The red onion skin solvent fractions and extracted flavanol glucoside showed significant antioxidant effect with the following radical scavenging assay. The phytochemicals present in onions are biologically active and possess immense health benefit. Onion demonstrate a remarkable variation in the development of cytochemicals with high biological importance. Native chicken. So the dish main ingredient is native chicken. In Western Visayas, has a largest population of native chicken in the Philippines. However, the data on the phenotypic and genetic diversity is limited. But according to Dal Bosco, He states that the meat of the outdoor birds grazing on grasslands have higher level of antioxidants, mainly due to the higher amount of tocopherols and tocotrienols, which are present in the grass. 8. Banana leaf. Tourism and unique food experiences go hand in hand. Promotions of local food is a key component in increasing influx of tourists. A major reason why people travel to even remote corners of the country is to experience its natural beauty and their ethnic cuisine. Moreover, on the study published in Journal of Experts Review of Dermatology by Taylor and Francis, states that banana leaves have been used through the ages as wound dressing in certain countries as a part of an ancient practice. Further, most part of the plant have also been reported to have medicinal values to a great extent. So it is no wonder that Tinuom, as a process of preparing a dish, is a healing dish with all the ingredients combined in one pouch. As most of the participants said, that sang pagsimpot mo pa lang sang ana nga hamot, maayad gid ang imo nga batyak na trangkaso. Once you have smelled the aroma of Tinuom, you will really heal, no, from your flu-like ailment. So also the researcher was able to note the indigenous herb that was able now to use as one of the varieties of Tinuom. First, we have the nardo or the Macelia crenata, the bamboo shoots, Bambusa vulgaris, roselle, Hibiscus sabdaphira, alumpiran, amplicius ascendiflora lati, and of course the wild mushroom, the Termitomyces cartilaginous. So these are now the indigenous herbs that were able to document when most of the participants was presenting their versions of Tinoom. So out of the themes, these are the themes that we have garnered, no, from the coding that we have derived. So do not hagmanggad nga kina-advance. Its translation is identity, treasure, and discernments. So from that, we create a sub-themes of wonders. Naandan kaunon kung may ginabatsyag, comfort food when you are not feeling okay. Then also, pamaagi sa pagpaumpaw sang ginadala. Ways of improving one being if not feeling well. Ginaandan lutoon kung gamasakit. Routinely prepared food when someone is sick. Kag ginaraha, kag ginaburong kung gamara sakit. Food that is prepared when somebody is sick. So out of this, we were able to garner major themes, no wonders, healing food, and that's what we come up with Tinuom as a healing food, the wonders of Tinuom as a healing food. So conclusions. So based on the systematic review of literatures and findings of the study, the researcher were able to draw out the following conclusions. So most of the people who knows how to prepare Tinuom are mostly old, ages 63 to 67 years old. The components used in Tinuom can lower risk of degenerative diseases and antioxidative compounds that are beneficial to human health. Tinuom has a preventive property potential as well as its ability to reduce the probability of illness. It has also a cancer preventive effect and significant antioxidant effect, plus the healing ability which is present in banana leaf. It is no wonder that simply having a savoring aroma and taste of this dish can bring tears, no, were rolling out of your eyes, and later you will realize you are crying while eating. Therefore, based on the research, no one in Retinoom has a capacity to heal who has a flu-like ailment and long for its sumptuous dish. Recommendations. Based on the systematic review of literatures and findings of the study, the researcher were able to suggest recommendations. One, intensify the transfer of knowledge in schools where such students may learn in preparing the different Tinoom. Since there was no written document and various versions of Tinoom had been presented, it is proper to document them and come up with a coffee table book based on the insights of the study. Lastly, the research highly encouraged to continuously support the program related to Tinoom in promoting it as one of a heritage dish of Iloilo, as Iloilo City and province is vying as a gastronomic capital of the Philippines. Also, I have a short teaser about Tinoom. So here also are the references for the research, and of course the data log sheets on how the research was to be how that had been transpired during those. Uh, so this, I guess, this ends my presentations about Tinuom.
Wonderful. Thank you, Armando. You know, that's very interesting. And it reminds me of some of the other research I've seen specifically from Vietnam and China that talks about different foods and different dishes that have healing properties based on the ingredients, the yin and yang in the cuisine, and so on. And I think that this is, it's a very important part of what both consumers and travelers are wanting these days. We want to see how traditions like this are being preserved. And this particular research is consistent with the sustainability practice area here in our association, and tying in the preservation of a tradition. I would say it's also consistent with the culinary culture practice area. And we also have a wellness and health practice area and agricultural and rural practice area. So really, your research, your subject has touched on 4 of our 6 most critical practice areas that we've identified here in the association. I would like to ask you what steps are being taken to promote its value and to preserve it more. And then also related to that, you talked about the establishment of a coffee table book, but I'm wondering if there's a better, more effective way to have a longer lasting impact, because we all know that coffee table books tend to stay on the coffee table, and really something that can get into the digital marketing realm, into SEO, and that can help spread the word. I'm sure the digital coffee book will be, or sorry, the coffee book will be lovely, but we need a digital presence too. And I'm just wondering if you could speak to that.
Yes, sir. Um, um, at this currently, sir, the local government of Cabanatuan, Iloilo, has issued a memorandum order from all local schools in the area that Tinuom should be part of their subject in home economics. No? It should be taught in all high school students, so that it should be really practiced by younger generations. Then, aside from that, uh, this year they included a festival of cooking competitions starting this year, to showcase the different Tinuom. Then also, as a part of a cultural mapping, this document is submitted in the head office in Manila for the archiving of the dish as part of the uh, intangible cultural properties of the municipality. And also, I think one of the activities of this is to promote this in various forum, especially in this coming month. They will going to introduce it in the slow food movement, uh, for the presentation of this heritage dish. Actually, this is just only one of the heritage dish that we were able to document out of those cultural mapping that we have. But what's unique of this dish, because it has a different varieties. We are expecting only 1 or 2 varieties of this tinoom. However, during this cultural mapping documentation, we have come up to more than 20 different varieties using different herbs and local ingredients for this. So I hope I have answered your questions, right?
Very good, thank you. It's delightful to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that it's being taught in the schools. We do have a question from Claudia. She's asking if this dish can be enjoyed in the local restaurants.
Yes, sir. Actually, there's also a memorandum from the local mayor that we should be cooked in restaurants, especially those restaurants near in the airport. If you are traveling to Iloilo, so the airport is located in Cabatuan, and even most of the restaurants in Iloilo City have this kind of dish, but with different versions. But if you want to savor the original versions of Tinoom, then I suggest that you dine it in the municipality of Cabatuan. That's where the airport is located, sir.
Okay, good. That is really important to, especially to get the word out to tourists who might be able to go back and experience it. If it's being served and prepared only in people's homes, that's one thing, but for tourists to be able to enjoy it and spread the word is important. We have a comment here from Veronique, and she's asking us about the values of the nutriments on raw material only or at the end of the cooking. I wasn't sure 100% what she was asking. So Veronique, could you clarify that a little bit for us, what you would like to know? I wonder if this is about the nutritional values. Oh, yes, it is. So does cooking the Tinuom for a long period of time destroy the nutritional value, which is a valid question. You know, if you use an ingredient, for example, that is rich in vitamin C and you cook it for too long, the vitamin C goes away. And I think Veronique is asking about the value of the ginger and the lemongrass and so on, those medicinal properties. Do they diminish over time from the cooking?
So, sir, as I have presented, it is only based on the review of the literatures, but the actual nutritional value of Tinuom has not yet been touched or discussed by experts in the nutritional field. However, but according to those literatures that I have scanned, especially those uh, ingredient, if gone and overheat, uh, it should it may not destroy its potency because it is wrapped in one pouch. Then in hands, the the broth that from the dish is coming from all the ingredients combined in one pouch. So there is no water added in the process, but the water coming from the pouch of the tinuom is coming from the banana leaf, the tomato, the ginger, and other spices that is incorporated on the dish.
Is it cooked at a low temperature or a high temperature?
Low temperature, sir. It's just on a pot for I think 1 to 2 hours, slow fire.
Okay, well, that
Yes,
should help preserve the
yes.
antioxidants and so on. Veronique would like to know if there's ever been any analysis to see what the nutritional values actually are.
Actually, sir, as of the moment, there is no nutritional analysis with regards to the actual results of after it has been cooked. But based on the claims of those participants who had been preparing tinoo for decades, uh, that this dish have helped them keep them well and prevent them from further uh, for the disease no to full blown ailment of flu.
Hmm. Okay,
So
good.
from if you have symptoms within 2 to 3 days, if you take Tinoom, it will not prosper. Unlike just taking the usual, because those people who perform Tinoom for decades is far from the area where medicine is available from the local pharmacy.
I wonder if Tinuom could be a cure for COVID. We will find out in the future.
Yes, sir. I hope no. But I suggest that we will have more technical studies after it is cooked, so that we have know that it's potential.
Mm. Well, Armando, thank you very much. This is a very interesting topic. And as Alicia points out, this interest in healthy eating, health and wellness, and healthful ingredients is increasing. It's important to preserve these traditions and to remember the way that food used to be, the way that medicine used to be. So I applaud you for taking this subject and exploring it further and adding to the body of knowledge that can help to preserve it for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we'll end the recording now, and then in 5 minutes, we will hear from Alicia, and we'll start directly at the half-hour mark, and that's just 4 minutes from now. So we'll see you in the next Zoom room shortly. Thank you.